morning. This is Laurel at Laurel's Originals, and I just wanted to show you I wanted to show you my studio and some things that maybe you could do today if you are at home. But first, I just wanted to show you this is the area where I have my display of some of the few canvas rugs that I make. Most of my work is custom, so I don't have a lot of rugs that we make ahead of time. But it's a little seating area, and here are my tables, my table. And I'm going to take us over to the works part of the studio. Have some canvas laid out. We're going to cut some rugs today. And here I have all my paints. I like to put paints in little jars so that they're easier to work with when we have a project. And here's where I keep my paint brushes. And I don't have a sink in my studio, so I use these empty detergent. And I turn them holders. I turn them upside down and put water, so I have a way to fill my little yogurt containers. I fill these with water so that when I'm working, I have water to put my paintbrushes in. And then I save all the plastic tops, or, I don't like to buy things in styrofoam, but every once in a while I'll get something. And so I have little trays and things that, I use to put my paints in when I'm working. So I collect those. And I wanted to talk to you about a little project that you might be able to do at home that would be fun. I mean, if you are homebound, and many of us are just, staying at home and staying quiet, and a lot of people are cleaning and decluttering. But this is something really fun that you can do. It takes a small piece of canvas. This is a placemat, measures 12 by 18 inches. Okay, and I have a video on how to make these placemats. This placemat is painted on both sides, okay? But even if you just did one placemat and not a whole set, they're really lovely to put a vase on, to protect your table. You can put candles on them, and I've had candles, that have, the wax is dripped off and it just pops right off this varnished canvas. Now this piece is made with this stamp that I carved out, and I have a video on how to make stamps. So if you want to check that out. But there's other things that you can stamp with. You can stamp with leaves. Okay, we have a lot of ferns here in Costa Rica, and they're just growing wild all over the place. So I use ferns, but I also use just different plants, and I have a video on how to do the stamping of the leaves as well. But basically, you're just going to paint the leaf and turn it over, and you lay a cloth on top and press it down and lift it up, and then you have your stamped leaf. But look around your house. There's lots of things that you can use the stamp. This is Coffee Rica, which is a coffee liqueur made in Costa Rica. And I have to drink a lot of this coffee liqueur, for my art, because I use the jute to stamp. We use a lot of the jute to stamp on our rugs. But you can also buy jute in a material store. If you want to get fancy, here are moldable foam stamps, okay? But this is something you can get at a craft store. But the point I'm making is that there are things in your home that you can use to stamp. Old sponges. I save pieces of foam, okay? This was a liner for cabinets, but I also use them sometimes to cushion the back of a canvas rug because it's very thin, but it also makes a really cool design. I saved corks from the wine bottles along with the coffee liqueur. I like to have a bottle of wine once in a while. Foam. We all get packages that come in when you have pieces of foam. Save those pieces of foam. You can carve them and stamp them. Here's some more sponges, and here's my collection of stamps that I've made over the years. Okay, so, and your fingers. Remember we were kids? We used to finger paint. So just you could look around your house and see all kinds of things. Oh, I had another idea. Just get some paper and squish up the paper, crunch it up, and then dip it in paint and use that as a stamp. You can use paper towel or just a regular piece of printer paper. It's just something that you could do. Cut out a small piece of canvas, and you base coat it, and then you have something that you can, make just one, or make a set of 6 or 4, or make them very individual and make them as gifts. You could be making your Christmas gifts right now. So anyway, I hope this was, inspirational for you to, if you're spending time indoors, you can do something creative. Look around your house, slap some paint on it, and put it on a piece of canvas. And next thing you know, you have a really beautiful gift for somebody. All right, everybody, stay safe. Bye bye from Costa Rica.